Zeus had almost forgotten about the amulet. It didn't speak often, but when it did, it spoke Chip Latin, which was like Pig Latin, except that you moved the first letter of a word to the end of it and then added an ip sound, as in chip. Zeus lifted the amulet from around his neck. "Did you just say, 'Let me help'?" he asked it. "Es, yip," said Chip. Poseidon and Hades came closer. The three Olympians gazed at the amulet with hope in their eyes. "How can you help?" Zeus asked. "Do you have a plan? 'Cause we could really use one." "Eep-ip, island sip," Chip said. "Be silent?" Zeus glanced at Hades and Poseidon. He put his finger to his lips. "Shh," Zeus whispered. "Chip needs quiet time to think of a plan." "Oh, nip," squeaked Chip. "Island sip is sip, eep-ip, and blip." "Silence is the plan?" translated Hades. "What's that supposed to mean?" Zeus thought for a minute. Finally, he snapped his fingers. "I think Chip wants us to be quiet when the guards come back." He stared at the amulet. "Right, Chip? Is that what you want us to do?" "Aight, rib," said Chip. "And then what?" asked Poseidon. "What's the rest of the plan?" But now Chip clammed up and wouldn't say. "Maybe Chip doesn't know the rest of the plan," said Zeus. He slipped the amulet back inside the neck of his tunic. "Maybe we'll just have to wing it when the time comes." "We winged it before," Hades said glumly. "That's how we wound up here." "Yeah, I know," said Zeus, "but—" "Shh," hissed Poseidon. "I hear something." Sure enough, they could hear hooves trotting down the stairs. The Centaur, Zeus guessed. Good. One guard would be much easier to deal with than all three. "Lunchtime!" brayed the Centaur. Seconds later, the door to the globe slid partway open. The half-man, half-donkey tossed a leather water pouch inside. Poseidon caught it before it could hit the floor. With one swift motion, he pulled out the cork plug. He tipped the pouch toward him and drank, then passed it to the others. The Centaur laughed. "Heat? Making you thirsty, huh?" The creature pulled a loaf of bread and a big chunk of cheese from a bag slung over its shoulder. It tossed those in, too. Hades caught the bread. Zeus caught the cheese. Holding on to the food, they stared at the Centaur, but said nothing. "Well, aren't you gonna say thank you?" it demanded. All three boys kept stubbornly silent. Suddenly, Chip piped up. "Ank-thip, ooh, yip," it said in its squeaky little voice. "Huh?" The Centaur looked from one boy to the other. Who said that?" The boys didn't reply. Their lips were zipped, but Chip's weren't. "Us Chip, emip," it said. The creature scowled at the boys. "I was watching, all of you. How come no one's lips moved?" The Centaur kicked at the fiery door with one of its hooves, opening it wider. It took a step inside the globe. "Is someone else in here hiding behind you?" It tried to peer around the boys. Staying silent, they scooted closer together, standing all in a row. The Centaur got even more suspicious. It rushed to the boys and pushed behind them to look for the source of the squeaky voice. Catching Poseidon's and Hades' eyes, Zeus nodded toward the door. The creature was behind them, and the door was open in front of them. This was their chance to escape. Without a word, the three boys leaped from the globe faster than even Zeus's thunderbolt could have flashed. The minute they were out, Zeus threw the hunk of cheese at the fiery door. It slammed shut, trapping the Centaur inside. Bam! Bam! The creature brayed and kicked at the door, but to no avail. "Yes! Trapped!" yelled Poseidon. "See how you like it in there, your donkey ship?" The heat from the door had melted the cheese.